Is your company culture like a SpaceX rocket? When Elon Musk's SpaceX Starship rocket exploded the other day in dramatic fashion, he said, "Success is uncertain, but entertainment is guaranteed." Hi, everybody. I'm Sam Palazzolo. And in scaling a business, culture is just like a rocket launch. It's either going to take you up, and away, or it's going to explode into a million pieces. Today, we're talking about cultural alignment for growth, because here's the truth. Culture isn't just a feel-good HR topic. It's the fuel that determines whether your rocket soars or explodes into those million pieces a la SpaceX rocket. So let's dive into what cultural alignment means and why it's the key to successful launches. Cultural alignment is the silent driver of growth. When your values and your actions align, your team moves as one. Morale soars and performance skyrockets. But without alignment, cracks form. Miscommunication, disengagement, and turnover, well, they creep in. And trust me, no amount of engineering or duct tape will fix a rocket in mid-flight. So what exactly is cultural alignment? From my perspective, this is the definition. Cultural alignment is the degree of harmony between what you say, your company values, and what your team actually experiences. If you say you value collaboration, for example, but your teams are drowning in silos, guess what? You're out of alignment. If you are preaching innovation, but you punish mistakes, you're not walking the talk. Alignment is the guidance system for your rocket. Without it, you'll veer off course and you'll miss your destination. So, with that in mind, now let's take a look at some key factors that drive cultural alignment. The key factors that drive cultural alignment, well, let's back up. To get alignment right, you have to focus on what I think are 5 critical factors. The first is leadership. Leaders must model the culture every day. What are they modeling? Well, that's item number 2. Clearly defined values. Your values aren't wallpaper. They're the playbook for your culture. Which leads us to the third, and that is recruitment and onboarding. We need to hire people who align with our culture and onboard them to reinforce that culture. The fourth piece, critical factor, is employee engagement. Regular feedback and recognition keeps your team connected. And the fifth and final critical factor here is open communication. Two-way communication. That's what ensures alignment isn't a one-sided effort. These are the components that keep your rocket stable during liftoff. Now that we know the factors, let's talk about why cultural alignment, it's so essential. When cultural alignment is strong, here's what happens. And there's 4 things. First, employee morale. Your team feels connected and motivated, so employee morale is elevated. Second, financial performance. Productivity, it soars, and the financial results follow. Third, external the organization, customers are satisfied, the customer satisfaction moment. Aligned teams create exceptional customer experiences. And the fourth cultural alignment significant moment is that organizational success occurs. There's long-term growth becomes sustainable. Now, alignment isn't just a nice to have, it's the structural integrity of your rocket. So how do you actually build alignment? Let's explore the strategies. Here are 4 strategies that every leader needs to implement. The first one here, I know it all too well. It's near and dear to my heart. It's executive coaching and leadership training. We need to equip leaders to model and promote cultural values. The second, Hiring, development, and procurement. Think of this as the recruiting, hiring, and retaining moment. We need to foster diversity while aligning new hires with shared values organizationally. Well, how do we reinforce that? It's item number 3, and it's employee feedback. We need to build a culture of listening and adapting. And the 4th item, we need to tailor onboarding. We might do a great job of recruiting, but if we don't properly onboard folks, we are lost. And what's the most crucial thing with onboarding when it comes to culture? It's aligning new hires with that culture from day one. Think of these strategies as the thrusters that ensure for a smooth takeoff. But what happens if cultural alignment fails? Let's look at the risks here. From my research, when cultural alignment breaks down, the results can be devastating. 3 quick stats. 35% employee turnover. Your best people, they don't put up with it, they leave. If you've ever heard the saying, people don't leave bad jobs or organizations, they leave bad bosses, number 1 cause of employee turnover. The second stat here, 20% productivity decline. Teams just lose focus and motivation. It happens at the individual level, which rotates up to the team and organizationally overall. The third stat here, 45% reputation damage. Customers, partners, and investors in the organization, they notice the cracks and they defect. Without alignment across these 3 areas, employee turnover, productivity decline, and reputation damage, your rocket doesn't just stall, it explodes. So how do you ensure your rocket stays on course? Well, let's bring it home here. Scaling your business is your rocket launch. You've got the fuel, you've got the vision, and now, with our presentation here today, you've got some tips on how to align your culture, the foundation that'll make your rocket soar. The only question is, will you break through the karma online, or will misalignment pull you, along with gravity, back down to earth? Thanks for spending time with me. Again, I'm Sam Palazzolo, Real Strategies, Real Results. If you're ready to scale with alignment and achieve liftoff, sign up for my newsletter. It's where strategy meets action. The link's not only in this post, but in the bio above. Thank you again.